Hello, all you wonderful people out there. I hope you're having a good day. Today I'm going to be talking about some old gear and a new spawn, or a treasure spawn. So let's get to it. They have rates up on this thing, which is pretty nice, but they have lower rates on the SSRs. Now, from my understanding, the rates up would be the difference between the regular rates of a spawn with an SSR rates chance and how much SSR rates they have right now. So a regular spawn would have 6.02% chance, so I think it's a 1.02% chance increase thrown into all these pieces themselves, and less for everything else in general. So that is pretty nice. And the nice part about the spawn is, sure, it might be harder to get the stuff still, a little easier. They make it a little easier. It still might be hard to get the stuff, but for everything in here, I don't think, unlike when you're guaranteed to get it, or it's a guaranteed spawn, I don't think there is much of a rate difference between anything in here. So 10th Miku actually probably has the same amount as, I don't know, all the featured armor, weapons and stuff like that. So that's pretty nice right there. You get 50 to 2,000 medals per each, not 2,000, 50 to 200 medals per each spawn. You have 5 chests. Pretty nice. They should start doing that along with feature gear guaranteed. Throughout the feature gear, you have what's in here, what would be in the gem spawn in here as well. So you have multiple opportunities to get what you're looking for. That is very good for a treasure spawn. They have 10 3-star Hasame Miku in here too, Yukito Miku. If you don't like the new Mikus that they have in here, well, the first Mikus that actually came out with this summer Miku event, which are not really good. The best one would be, again, Ren and Len, but even then, it's still, I mean, if you're starting off or if you're a mid gamer, they are pretty good. But for the late gamers, you could probably find something to replace them, or maybe not. Actually, they are pretty dang good in general, so never mind. Anyways, these aren't like super top tier or anything like that. Like, I'm trying to say, like, Napoleon and Patty Marie and stuff like that could be better than them, but they're pretty good, a little under them. That being said, I wish they had this at the very beginning, when they still had the selection spawn and the feature and the nobody did the return gear, so that way you can understand the rates better. What A team likes to do is, usually when they come up with a new spawn, sometimes the programmers and whoever the administrators are and all that stuff might hop on the spawn. They choose between the stuff and what's so not, but at least 50% of it would be automated by a system. So what they're pretty much doing is, A team is pretty much telling you what they prioritize and what they don't, what they see as good and what they see as don't. So usually the higher the medal exchange, or how much medals it takes to actually obtain one of these pieces, the harder it will be to obtain them. The chances will be higher. So it's nice to see that 10th Hasame Miku still would have lower rates than these monsters right here. But dang, it's like under all those, it's like the second highest. Like, it has slightly higher rates than, slightly lower rates than, you know, Petnit, Yukita, Feline, Common, and Rin, and all that stuff. Now, this is a rough estimate. These will help you understand rates, but at a rough estimate, this is not a guaranteed. No way, when you're looking at treasure medals, will it be guaranteed for you to understand the rates better. There will be every now and thens that actually might not be true, but for the most part, understanding the rates through treasure medal exchanges is a pretty good way. It is a pretty nice way, efficient way that A team allows us to understand what we will get and what we won't, especially through our jackpot itself. So when you generally get a jackpot, you're probably gonna get, you might get a 6,000 one, but it's probably gonna be a lesser 6,000 one, like this Hasame Miku or this Feline Rinning, or maybe Petnit Luca. Or you're probably, most people will probably be getting the either 2,000 medal monsters, or they will be getting the feature gear monsters on their jackpots instead. So that's to let you know they do that. I wish they would chill on, like, you know, the older Miku event monsters and still not make them almost completely pay to win like the featured, but I guess they won't still, which is kind of stupid. A team, you need to get a grip on that, please and thank you. We all, like, it's older gear. nobody's gonna care as much for older gear, but we still all probably want a resurrection monster at least. So can you please calm down on the 10th Hasame Miku, because a lot of people still probably want that, and none of them include the super whales, unless the super whales need cost 32 stuff to actually awaken their stuff. For the most people who want 10th Hasame Miku are generally not pay to win or whales at all, so can you please calm down on that? Anyways, going on with this. This spawn would be recommended for people who still don't have the gear themselves, unless you're a whale and you're trying to get 10th Hasame Miku, which I doubt you are, considering you probably already have the other Miku that has resurrection, so it'd be kind of pointless. But anyways, this spawn is recommended for the use of trying to get either A, 2000 monster, which nobody will want, so there's no point in that, or B, one of the featured gears, one of the top tier featured gears that go up to cost 33 as a weapon and cost 34 as an armor, so that way you can increase your gear score more, and you can infuse or help infuse whatever other cost 34 gear you have, if you already have all the cost 34 gear you can get, or cost 33 weapons you can get in general. Now, even if you were to still do this, I would still recommend to have at least, like, let's say maybe like 100 gems or like 120 or something like that, somewhere between there. I wouldn't say you would need a lot. I would say probably most of you would probably get it within your third chest, so somewhere around usually like 100, 110, 120, 125, something like that, to actually probably have not a chance, but to actually get one of the feature gear pieces or the feature gear piece you're looking for. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, and hopefully this helped out. This is the AzureWrath, I'm out, and see you in the next video. Peace!